There are a lot of unlockable endings to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Some are good endings where you escape alive, and some are a lot darker and imply are much more bad than good. But today I want to talk about an ending that I don't see getting spoken about much and why I think it's actually one of the best in the game. So when you reach the entrance to the Mega Pizzaplex at 6 AM with Glamrock Freddy, you have the choice to stay, leave, or go and find Vanny to attempt to put a stop to her. If you go ahead with the Vanny option, you're shown this really cool and cinematic cutscene with Freddy and Gregory getting confronted by staff bots under the control of Vanny. After she orders them to disassemble Freddy, Glamrock Freddy gets shoved off the neon ledge and smashes onto the bottom floor of Phaser Blast below, where he then, this is so sad dude, gets torn apart by the corrupted staff bots that are also under Vanny's control. This then puts us back into the game where we run from Vanny, avoid the other shattered Glamrocks, more corrupted staff bots, escape up to the catwalk above the arena, and make it to Vanny's hideout above. This is where it gets both really sick and cool, but also not so great at the same time. Vanny appears at the door, except now we're in a comic book. She thinks she's caught Gregory until he shouts, "Dismantle Vanny!" and presses the button. Vanny, now realising what's about to happen, steps away as the corrupted bots surround her. The bots grab who they think is an animatronic and tear her body limb from limb as blood gushes out the newly opened wounds while she's still alive. You know when All Might from My Hero Academia explains to Deku what would happen if he used One For All before he trained his body for it? Yeah. So this ending is already a madness, but it doesn't end here. After leaving Vanny for dead as she screams in agony until her last breath, Gregory finds Glamrock Freddy completely destroyed and shattered on the floor. With the last bit of speech his voice box can spit out, he says, "You are my superstar." And that's how it ends. More of a bad ending than the ending named The Bad Ending. Not only do Vanny and Freddy get killed, but Gregory is left alone in Phaser Blast with no choice but to leave the Pizzaplex without his new best friend who helped him through so much in one night. Man, it's actually sad, isn't it? And that's why it's such a good ending, because although everything basically goes wrong, the way it goes wrong is really freaking awesome. Some people say Security Breach isn't dark, but then there's Vanny who literally gets her body torn to pieces by mindless robots. I do think it would have been cooler if it was the Glamrocks to do this rather than the staff bots, but you know. The flaws of this ending, however, is the visuals. Don't get me wrong, the comic book style isn't that bad, but can you imagine getting to see this for the first time as a fully animated cutscene just like the one before when Freddy gets disassembled? That'd make it so much better, and not only that, it would be the last thing you see before it fades to the credits, which again would be so much more impactful for the player to see after just playing the whole of the game. Similar to the Burn Trap ending where, although the cutscene is quite short, we get to see this amazing animation of Afton being taken away by the blob amalgamation, along with Freddy and Gregory sprinting for the elevator whilst everything around them collapses. I could go on and on about how I would have actually loved to see gore in this game where we actually see Vanny getting killed, but we all know by now how the game got censored down quite a bit during development, with key features like Vanny's knife being taken away without anything being said. If you want to learn more about that, then you can click here for why Security Breach got censored down, why so many things were cut from the release of the game, and more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.